to 2020. So I thought I would just sit down and have a little chit chat with y'all about recapping 2019, looking forward to 2020, what goals we hope to achieve, what things that we might not have achieved, some things that we want to just look into. Anyhow, I've been watching, shook you guys. I've been watching all the intentions, as Jane says, or goals, or hopes of things for 2020, and I just thought I would like to sit down and share with you guys. We haven't made as many videos as we would have liked. Things have been rather stressful the last part of 2019. Like my snowman mug, he holds a lot. So anyhow, it's Lincoln. Anyhow, for the most part, 2019 was okay. All the kids are well. All the grandkids are well. Chris's parents are well. My grandmother celebrated her 100th birthday, and she's still with us. She might make it to 101. She's immortal is what Josh calls her. Immortal. We had a couple sad times this year. One of my sons and his wife lost a little girl to spina bifida at birth. That was very disappointing. We thought we were going to have another princess in the family, and the Lord just decided he needed another princess in heaven right now. So we move on. They've moved on. They are real good about moving forward and doing good things to help themselves move forward. So I've been really proud of them for the way they have handled it. But it was sad for us. One thing I'm not going to delve into a lot, but if you're interested and have time and want to do the Googling, you've met my son Joshua here on YouTube, and he was a deputy in our county. His name is Joshua. And if you Google Granville County, North Carolina Sheriff, you can find out what's going on there. I think things have died down for the most part. Of course, this is going to be an ongoing thing for a long, long time, but they are fine. We are fine. It's all good. So let's get into 2020 goals. One thing that I personally want to do is to try to share more of my crochet with you. I do a lot of crochet, and I do a lot of projects that I give away and as gifts, and I don't think I shared that enough. And it might be something that some of you are interested in. So hopefully I want to share more of my finished objects, my works in progress, my acquisitions, my yarn acquisitions. As you see behind me, this is my craft room, and I love yarn. I love fiber arts. I love working with anything fiber. That's just the way it's been for years and years and years, ever since I was really small. So I do want to share more of that personally. Another thing I personally find myself doing is becoming more and more of a homebody. And I don't necessarily think that that is a really good thing. I can spend 4 or 5 days in the house and not bat an eyelash that I haven't gone out of the house. And that's not really healthy. And I'm not scared of people. Oh my gosh, no. It's just I have found, I don't know, I just like sitting, crocheting, drinking tea, petting a cat, throwing a ball for the dog once or twice, drinking more tea. It's just, yeah. But our goals as a family, which is just Chris and I right now, because everybody's grown and gone, we have 5 of them. And the first one is to fix up our homestead, our house, and get it ready to sell. Now, we probably will not sell it this year, but we want to spend this year fixing it up so we can sell it. And that's kind of, we love it here. We love the land. We love our home. We love everything that we've done to our home. We're very proud of the way that both of us have just poured ourselves and who we are, our personalities, into this old mobile home that we've turned into a home. And we raised the boys here, and the boys played in the woods here, and we had chickens here, and we had goats here, and we had gardens here. And it's been good to us. But it's just time to go. Or prepare to go. We're not even quite sure where we're going. We'll know when the time comes. Christopher and Vika want us to move closer to them. They live in Goldsboro, North Carolina. Jeremy and Kathy want us to move closer to them. They live outside of Fuquay-Varina, North Carolina. Jamie and Emily would like us to move near them, which they're outside of Charlotte. And Josh and Jen wouldn't mind us moving to Franklinton near them. So we have choices, we have options, and we don't know. And we don't know how long we'll be here, but it kind of goes back to the whole, our son was a deputy sheriff, his name was Joshua, in Granville County, North Carolina. But there's no rush on this, it's just something that we want to do this year. The second thing is that we are selling off a piece of the property, of the homestead. We have bought lots, and one of them is already on the market. And so we are doing what we can to, it's technically on the market, but not technically on the market. We haven't started advertising, but it is on the market. So that's something that we're going to do this year, is sell off that piece of land. That is definite. Which leads to number 3, and we are going to buy some mountain property. This will be a sanctuary for our family. Not necessarily a sanctuary like bug out. I mean, it could be. Who knows with this economy and everything going on. But just more of a place where everybody in the family has a key. And they can go there when they want to spend time in the mountains. Plus, Chris and I just love the mountains. And I think we would spend a lot of time there. And we want to buy a little fixer-upper in the mountains. We know the area that we particularly want. And we'll just put a lot of energy into doing with a fixer-upper in the mountains, like we did here at the homestead. Probably won't buy a mobile home. It'll probably be a house that needs fixing up, but we like doing stuff like that. So that'll be something that is our goal for this year. And any extra funds and anything that we do will go into, and selling that piece of property will go towards this mountain house. We have some things saved up for it, but We just want to pay cash for it. We really don't want to finance too much of the mountain house. We're getting old. Our fourth goal is to plan a major trip. Now, we had thought about going to Iceland this year, but if we spend our money on the mountain house, we're not going to have that kind of money. We both really do want to go to Iceland at some point, just probably not this year. And so I think we're going to go to Cape Canaveral. I think we're going to go to Florida. Unless the grandbabies invite us at some point in their lives, we probably won't do Disney. But we are really interested in NASA, the Apollo missions. We just watched a fabulous documentary on Apollo 11, which was the Neil Armstrong one, and it really kind of sparked. We read and study and watch a lot of documentaries on those kind of things, and so I think Cape Canaveral is going to be the best bet, and we'll probably go near Chris's birthday, which is not till the end of the year, so we've got a while to save up for that, right? And he can't stand it. The fifth one is getting ready for my Social Security. I'm eligible to collect my Social Security in May, and I am taking it early because I'm 5 years older, 4.5 years older than Chris is, and he still has some working time in him. And so I think it would behoove us, because of that, for me to go ahead and have the passive income by taking my Social Security early. So I'll be applying for that. Now, we broke down the goals into each month, and we bought this little whiteboard on how we can achieve those goals each month and how we're going to do it. In January, my job is to work some on the backyard. I have a goal of what needs to be done. Chris will start shingling the roof. As for selling the lot that we own, we need to meet with the lawyer, and then we're going to officially list it. We're going to try own or sell for a while. We might even own or finance. That's what we really want to talk to the lawyer about. Being self-employed, almost at a gig economy, having any kind of passive income is good. As far as the mountain property is concerned, we're going to start looking at properties and continue to save. We're putting savings into short-term investments so that they will earn something, but we'll be able to pull it out if and when we find property, the lot sells, everything falls into place. As far as a major trip, we've always done Dave Ramsey, and so we're going to start our trip envelope and put extra monies in there. We treat it just like a bill, and we set an amount that we feel like we would want to spend on this trip, and we break it down into how many months we have to save, and that becomes our bill for our next major trip. As far as my Social Security is concerned, there's a lot of documentation I've got to bring, and I want to gather all that together because I guess I can apply next month. It says 9 months and 1 day after your 61st birthday. So we are going ahead and getting those things done. Putting those together in a folder so when the time comes for me to go sit in the Social Security office for a long time, I'll have it all there. And the other thing I was thinking about doing up until that time, or even when I collect Social Security, is maybe applying to the library. This kind of goes back to getting me out of the house. I do a lot with my grandchildren, but I don't really do a lot with adults. And while I love my grandchildren, and if any of my daughter-in-laws or sons would come and say, hey, I need help with this, I'm there. I just would do anything for them. And so far, those are my life. But, you know, raising my children, that's just what I did. I was a homemaker, and I homeschooled. And so, you know, that's just what I know, and that's what I did. And so I guess that's now just what I do. So anyhow, those are our 5 goals for this year. That's a recap of 2019. I hope to come back soon. I want to say tomorrow, but I'm not going to commit. And show you some of the crochet things I've been doing. And I want to continue our series on what we have done here at the homestead. Even though we're leaving, I really want you to see the inside. We're very proud of it. And then as Chris finishes up the outside, we can go ahead and show you that too. Before we put it on the market, like I said, we might not even move from here this year, but that is a goal that we're working to. There's a spider on the ceiling. That's a goal that we're working to. So, anyhow, what are your intentions, hopes, dreams, goals? I have tried the whole, I'm going to lose 20 pounds this year kind of goals, and those things never work for me. One thing I do is on my birthday with the 5s, like 55, 60, I'll do one at 65. I do a 55 and 55 or a 60 and 60. And these are just things that I want to do during the next span of 5 years. It's not anything major like jump out of airplanes. It's more like perfect my mother's pie crust or go to Duke Chapel to a service or something like that. So maybe sometime I'll share those with you if you're interested. So let me know your dreams, your hopes. I'm rocking a shirt that makes it look like I've been on a cruise. I have not. This is my daughter-in-law's shirt. Her brother gave it to her. He works on a cruise ship. They went on the cruise ship. I am not a candidate for a cruise ship. I can get motion sickness on a swing. So, before you ask, no, I did not take a cruise. Just, you know, someone went on a cruise ship and all I got was the shirt. So, anyhow, if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, like and subscribe. Be our friends. We love having you around. We love conversations. And we will catch you on the next video. Bye.